activity toward concepts expelled and ventilated from other aspects that which you want to hide or show in every aspect. If a daily order sent last time, for example, getting out of bed or eating, produces discomfort or rebelliousness in some of you, where for example you were used to doing it otherwise, the way you knew, you liked, or were taught from childhood. Here is where the relative of doing it or not as we tell you to would be part of an organization that would have to exist within you for this, but that can be replaced immediately by somebody else more effective in other effectiveness. We offer remote possibilities, but shall we say something is something, expeditions outside the planet, in an important context to be kept in mind by the confederations of worlds at other levels that observe man and his evolutions. This means that people handling this in the whole world, where the expedition would be real and fantastic, these being two basic premises to be able to venture far beyond the radius of action of the hospital. We offer fantastic real possibilities to be able to venture into the very bottom of the earth and of the oceans and seas of your own planet, with our own people guiding you, since you have not yet been able to approach the slightest state in this. Because what you have learned in universities and schools about all of this is only what the signal screens have shown and continue doing so to man. I offer the fantastic real vision of being able to see who you are, but without the senses always known in you, that where these come projected from the signals are the realities. All this is to remove the well-known senses and to act within new other senses, where what is known is used to show other civilizations, those that would be in the steps where you now are. What is removed really is removable who would be this has already lost everything anyway, and what is gained is within the context of gain or loss.
We do not assert in any way your God. It is not convenient in any context, only those prepared in this, and we would cut out the senses that make them feel dominant of the actions. These senses have not been cut out from you. This is clear to see in the body states of your consciences, and those who think that we would dominate all actions so as to fix everything onto mark your total surrender and everything in this or that, they would have no place in these contexts, for reasons not understood about their relativity previously explained. There are those who look to us for skillfulness and elevation or an evolution. That is to say, they hope we will direct and give them what they need to have advanced or whatever on behalf of us to you. It is in this context where we won't offer these people anything because they hope we will do everything for them, and they are convinced that we manage everything, absolutely everything. If this were so, there would be no sense in a federalist plan which is designed to make sense, knowing them one or another. Context of other senses. This plan would not be necessary, but it does have what according to the sages shown now. Whereas we said at first, it is for those who have accepted to be in quarantine, since for those who it is not this way, they are healthy and they don't need to be in quarantine. The several screens have always projected to man the images of the realities and fantasies that he has always lived and experienced in death itself. That is why now.
The often the other face of their context, where many of you have accepted the total handling of your actions, with phrases such as the siblings do everything we do and do anything that is important to understand that our context is really fantastic according to the levels where you have created the actions of the levels. Nobody will give everything that he done, so to speak, the working awake. At least this is not so according to the plans established for you. This means that whoever thinks that he will wake up to the facts through sheer magic without any effort on their behalf, will not be able to perceive our effort or the effort for progress itself to wake. Therefore those balances you make. We offer the knowledge of all the purpose and qualities of each one, exposing all of this. You are part of the organization or the country or the lazy head in place only if they know the real context of the reaction to your feeling or laziness. People that believe that everything is done, and even though cannot follow the ready-made steps are not necessary, since they would only take away from us, in a limited exception, the capacity itself to be able to guide these steps in that capacity, and we would return once again to allow you to guide us. That all is done is true, but it is not safe for those who cannot enter to that context. It is like a candy store, where one can have all the candies that is already made, some have to claim to taste them.
We offer the rights to be able to own the ready-made steps, and the capacity of being sure of this in the reality or fantasy of the facts, that is to say the power to enter and do ready-made fact, since for the moment you are not yet in that, if you have admitted being ill. It will be plain to see whoever is not sick, everybody will be able to see, and from this point on things have another state and their forms of appreciation of other higher states. We do not offer religious contexts of the actions evermore. The innate nativity of these contexts has been proven, and the scientific context will prevail totally, at least in our context, for reasons made of many courses implied in this, where the collapsing of the religious contexts doesn't need to be seen or admitted, it is only part of a radar of the actions and the education of those contexts. The need of the gods or of any earthly guide should be overcome, not to offer self-guidance but a direct contact to us, and not taking us as guides, but as somebody that offers things. Although the word guide, or follow exists in our language to you, it is part of a binary translation of the events, without being verbal context. Only the steps already made or to make. We offer, therefore in the context contrary to that of removal or taking away, things are so according to how much you may have accumulated in your own acts of whatever, and this is like people from whom doesn't have even what he doesn't have, and offer them much more than what he had, a change we carry out of alter or further, but does not include having to wake you up or make you thought in a comfortable or very complicated way, but seeing the events of what is offered or given as well, in the same context where you manage yourselves.
What we have here has been left by yourselves, from your projections that are far more advanced than our own knowledge and all that. You would only be the biggest cube with gifts made by yourselves, within binary contexts, but where you have decided not to do anything for yourselves and to forget what you are and what you will be, it is from those now, who nothing that is prepared. Therefore, it is very clear that there will be some that won't take what we offer. As this has also been foreseen, which you do want to take what is given to others, even though your own additions have been made to be given yes or yes to you. This context cannot be respected if you have not accepted their will. It is the only way to be cured of what you have or don't have, but which the abuse want to deliver his illnesses or those that decide to die from them, because with them shift in quality many things happen to the residents. We do not offer any more, but still with due balance of the actions, it is necessary to ignore those that have time to give messages to the earth of how the steps should be, all of them, because they have only come to follow the steps that you tell them to making. Therefore another step is necessary now, where all those that come to guide you in something will be kept out, as well as all those that were already speaking of the great truths of the universes, and therefore them does not exist anymore, because they are themselves very living. It is time to see their method have found that contact. So much so that it may cover you and erase you from your beginnings, likewise from